Hey, Willis's World, back with another one. We are back in Destiny, and last time I did show you my Warlock build. Today is going to be a bit of a longer one. Well, not exactly a longer one, but this is going to be delving into another character. Uh, I went to every character and I played for a bit on them. And yeah, as you can see, my Warlock is my best one. And if you can see that, I changed my armor from Karnstein Grips to the Eye of Another World. It's a simple change, and that change to the Eye of the World makes it so that the highest value target around me is highlighted, which really doesn't do much. But the second part makes it so that my melee, grenade, and rift recharge faster. Like, that is literally all there is to it. There is no catch 22 to it. It is just faster regen on my abilities. So yeah, I have that on my Warlock now. If you're wondering what my Warlock build was doing, that is in a different video. But yeah, it's still pretty much the same. It's just rather than double melee charge, I got increased regen to my abilities. That's the only difference there is. Everything else stayed the same. But today we're going over the Titan. And I may have fallen in love with the Titan. I had said I was going to be maining the Warlock, but after I have played the other two, I actually like the Titan and Hunter more than I like the uh, Acid Reflux, sorry. I actually like the Titan most of the three classes, Hunter second, and Warlock last. And you guys have, if you guys watched the last one, you'll see that the Warlock's not bad. And is actually even better with the other exotic that I put on. But the Titan, also on its Void, all three of these classes I am playing on their Void, and that's because their Voids are nutty right now. But the Titan, if you can see there, I have the Rally Barricade up, rather than the Towering. The Towering is a full body cover thing, and that is a crouching cover thing, but while aiming down sights, you peek over and gain increased reload speed, stability, and range to your weapons. I will be getting to that in a bit, and I will simply say I am just about never crouching behind it. Your jump doesn't really matter. Melee, you can choose between Shield Bash and Shield Throw. It is user's choice. Shield Throw is overshield on hits, and Shield Bash is overshield on kills. It's as straightforward as that. Then your grenade, once again you get the choice of all of them. For the Titan, I would recommend Void or Void Wall. Those two are the longest lasting ones. Well, Void Spike is kind of a longer lasting one, but that takes some skill to utilize. These two are a lot easier to use and hit a much bigger area. Oh, not Suppressor. The Void Wall and Vortex are the two that are best for ad clear. But the Vortex has that pull them all to the middle. That does come in handy with this build, as you'll discover later. But the three aspects you can have are Controlled Demolition, Bastion, and Offensive Bulwark. Controlled Demolition, your abilities will apply bombs on your target, and as you do enough damage, they'll explode. If you kill the target before the bomb goes off, they'll explode. And for each time they explode, you and nearby allies gain health. That's the extent of it. The Bastion, your super casts full overshield on yourself and allies, and your Barricade, your Rally Barricade or Towering Barricade, will then slowly regen a overshield and grants them a overshield in the first place, which is powerful. And then you've got your offensive bulwark. While you have an overshield or are inside of Ward of Dawn, your grenade charges faster and you have increased melee range and damage. And melee final blows extend the duration on your overshield. That melee final blows part you don't really need to worry about. Your melee is more used for extra shield. But aspects, I utilize Echo of Expulsion, Echo of Leeching, and Echo of Provision. And the Expulsion, final blows with my abilities cause enemies to explode. My Leeching, final blows with my melee, whether it is charged or not, starts health regen for you and nearby allies. And Echo Provision, damaging targets with grenades grants melee energy. And as you can tell from this, I have faster grenades if I have Overshield. As long as I have my barricade up, I have a continuously regenerating Overshield. And that's from the class itself. But the exotic armor choice of mine expands upon it even more. So, barricades are important, right? How about let's recharge our barricades off of every solar kill we get? That's right, we are combining solar and void. And this build is ridiculously strong due to it, because there are a few things you can do because of solar. But solar damage kills recharge your barricade, and your barricade itself unleashes a wave of fire in front of it. And that wave of fire actually does quite a bit of damage. It will clear most red bars in almost any activity in front of you. But paired with that, it doesn't really matter what you're using as long as it's solar. But I tend to lean towards the Sunshot. However, I am currently working on trying to find a solar weapon that is craftable, that comes with the new seasonal origin perk, which this is just one of the seasonal weapons. It's definitely not what I'll be using, but this perk right here, Land Tank. I'm trying to find a solar weapon that has Land Tank on it. Kind of struggling with it, but it'll make it so that final blows with the weapon will grant increased resilience and add additional damage resist from combatants. Once I find one that does that, or once they add something that does that, this build will be fully complete and very, very hard to kill, and it is already very hard to kill. But that's just with the exotics and subclass. That's before mods, and it's already annihilatingly strong. With the mods, I do have some extra targeting modifiers for hand cannons, because I honestly kind of suck with hand cannons, so I need all the help I can get with that. If you are already good with hand cannons, just throw in A Ashes to assets. It'll do wonders. It is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Or if you end up getting the Land Tank origin trait that I'm looking for, go for the Psionic Forging and then combine that with your choice of whatever. But yeah, this is the helmet. It's kind of dealer's choice. If you have the Land Tank, or if you have one that has Psycho Hack on it, because Psycho Hack is actually another damage reducer, except it reduces the enemy's damage when you hit them, whereas the Land Tank increases your damage resist on final blows. They're both good, and both of these will extend the duration of both of them. So you could actually have it to where your heavy is one and your special is the other, and just do it that way. But the explosive Willmaker, you are going to want on this piece. and it is rapidly defeating combatants with explosive damage spawns a solar elemental well. This is why I tend to go towards the Sunshot hand cannon, because it has explosive rounds, and it does work like that. Plus the chain reaction that Sunshots have when it does chain react. Every time that happens, I've been getting elemental wells. But the solar elemental wells are there for a different mod. But it's not this mod. So, there are two other mods in this that will add into this, but Protective Light. While you are charged with light, you gain significant damage resistance once you hit critical level. And it will consume all stacks of charge with light. And the more stacks consumed, the longer it lasts. I only consume 2 stacks, then trust me, it lasts plenty long. It is 10 seconds duration, and you are going to be able to get that right back so fast. But yeah, there's that. Massive damage resist. The bolstering detonation. Class abilities. My barricade. My barricade gets energy back every time my grenade deals damage, which is why I lean towards the void wall or the black hole grenade. I forget what the crap they call it. Was just talking about it earlier. The overload rounds, I have that in there just because I was doing another activity. My recommendation for that is actually putting another bolstering on to make it so that when your grenade goes up, it is giving you your class ability back. And then I have resilience there, because you need that to cap that out, unless you have the perfect resilience armors. And then the chest piece is where a lot of the damage resists come in. So the seasonal artifact has this thermoshock plating. With your chest piece, you are going to want to make sure you are using Void, because that is going to maximize the defense reduction that you can have. Because if you're on Void, you can apply your Void damage resist. And due to it being a seasonal artifact, you can then apply this, and that will lead you to having damage reduction to all damage from the light. It is very nice. And then just some resilience there for extra. But the elemental ordnance makes so that grenade final blows will spawn a elemental well matching your subclass type. So, having it last longer also gives more chance for more wells to spawn. And that's for the chest piece. For the boots, I went elemental charge, and then I went insulation to get class ability cooldown reduction each time I pick up a orb of power. It's not really that much needed. If you really want to, you can just do better already and get more health. And actually, I think I'll do that. It doesn't really matter which one you're using. It doesn't really do much anyways, because there's not many orbs of powers created with this build. However, you can pick up orbs of powers from ally builds, so don't diss it. It is still something that you can benefit from. It's just there. And then for this one, I do have a auto loader there. My recommendation with the auto loader, you'll have your Sunshot here, or whatever explosive weapon you want here. Have the auto loader for anything you're using in your kinetic or your heavy. It's dealer's choice of which one you want. I have it as auto rifles because this auto rifle is basically a freaking Gatling gun. It says 72 ammo there, but this thing goes beyond ridiculous with that, due to the fact that it has subsistence and the Viced origin trait. Subsistence will be making it so that whenever I defeat a target, a portion of my magazine is reloaded back into it. Vice Stinger, whenever I land a hit on an enemy, every hit in my magazine has a chance to refill my entire magazine. There's sometimes it doesn't work and you only get the 72 rounds, but then there's times that it works like a charm and you get over 300 rounds. It's a nasty perk. And then I just threw on backup mag in there as well to get as much ammo in there as I could with its extended mag to try and make it so that the Weist has as much of a chance to proc as possible, because it is a very small chance. But having it auto-load back up to full, due to that, means I have a full magazine after I'm done clearing a group, and then I can go to that. So basically, the reason I have my weapons laid out as I have them, I have my hand cannon for ad clear, my auto rifle is for majors, because I'll be switching over, finishing off stragglers with my crate, and then due to that straggler finish, I get the Adagio, which has increased damage, then I lock onto the precision point, and all these fun things happen, and that's why I'm also using the overloaded auto and SMG, because it's giving overload to auto rifles and SMGs with that, but that's reducing damage output, which is why I'm using this for champions, because it has so much ammo in this magazine, and it refills its own magazine, and it will keep a weaken debuff on the enemy. Yes, that is my champion thing, and I'm not ashamed of that. And then my rocket launcher is for bosses. Major, adds, boss. That's what they are for. But then for the last one, this is where that solar elemental well up from the explosions comes in handy. So you already have all the overshield that's going on, just in ridiculous abundance. So I'm topping it off with Well of Life. Underneath that overshield that's continuously regenning, if they do end up hitting my health, I will usually have Well of Life up. When it is up, I have health regen that is sustained even while I'm getting damaged. So while my shield is getting damaged and regenerating while I'm being damaged, they do end up hitting into my health while that shield's up. That health is being healed as my shield is being healed as well. So the combination of the two of them, I can tank just about anything in this game. And then I have the Bomber, reduce grenade cooldown when you use your class ability. I have two of those because if you remember up in your gloves, your grenade damage is refreshing your class ability. This will make it so your class ability is refreshing your grenade, or at least giving some back. It's not a full refresh, it just helps you get a part of the way there. And then resilience. But yeah, that is the build. It is a nasty build to play with, and it has caused the Titan to potentially be the character that will be my main. Now I will go over to the moon again, to the altars with Soro, just like I did with the Warlock, and I'll show you how this class behaves with this setup. And with the Warlock, one thing I will tell you in advance, that white bar at the top, that was my health. You saw how low it got, and then it filled immediately. With this guy, you will see a blue health bar show filling up with my white health bar beneath it. That blue is my overshield, which Titans love. Titans are amazing for overshield. But right away, there's an enemy. I'll just throw my shield at it, because why not? Enemies, pull them all in, and see? Explosive damage, got me that. And if you look over to this side, I have charged with light from the void well that I picked up from beating enemies with grenade and healing from the solar. And it looks like there is a altars of Soro going on. So I'll just go ahead and get over here. Looks like we've got someone Nova bombing. Pop a rift, sends out a fire wave. And then, yeah. Oh, come on. Dude. Damn it. Oh well. It's just a nightmare. Let's go ahead and get some get that down. Reduce weaken on him. And yeah, this is that auto rifle I was talking about that has the ridiculous amount of ammo. As you can see, the effect didn't proc there. Oh, of course it misses him. Guess we'll just blow up some ads in the background. But, yeah. Fun times. Now that I suck at landing my shots with my rocket launcher, I already know people are going to be ha-haing at me for that, but I really don't care. It's a build I've played with for fun, and it is efficient at just about all forms of content, so I'm fine with it. Let's just get my grenade up there, let's get it started, get my healing up. Oh, he got through. And look at the damage that this rocket does. See, that is why this is my boss weapon. If I were able to actually land that second shot, I probably would have been able to finish that fight. But you can't really see because we've got a warlock here that is blowing up everything. But those solar explosions are what this hand cannon does. And to give you a more clean example of what that is actually doing, since everything is dying right there, the altars are my preferred area to test, but lately there's been a lot of people at them, so this lost sector right here is where I may end up showing my tests for characters in the future. It's got plenty of ad density and gives you a good example of what it is to fight all forms of enemy. But yeah, here's some ads right here. My rift, I'll send out a fire wave, that kills enemies, and that counts as explosive damage as well. Throw my grenade, that kills enemies, there's my void one, and yeah, I'm able to just brute force my way past everything. And what the hand cannon will do now that they're all bunched up, yeah, another solar element well. So I have 3 forms of elemental wells for solar in this build, and that is my grenade, my sunshot, and my barricade. Look at that, another elemental well. These guys are just annoying, so I'm gonna rocket him. Bad clear. Oh look, another elemental well. Throw my shield, get some overshield, punch this guy. Oh look, barricade. Punched. Ad cleared. Ad cleared. Ad cleared. Or ad cleared. This build has so much cleave, you really don't need to worry about too much at all. Hey look, Major. Pop with my barricade, and shoot with auto. And as you can see from that, my barricade does a lot of damage. That was a major that my barricade just tore apart. Let's just add clear over there. I'm trying to figure out where the last guy over here is. Did you guys jump down? I am also not the very best jumper for Titan. There you are. I was trying to figure out where you went. Major. This time I won't even pop the rift. And that was without a Doggo active on it. That auto rifle is so damn ammo efficient. If you get it, it is so fun to use. And yeah, this is about how the kit performs. And this lost sector has a boss at the end of it for me to show you just how much that rocket can do when it's fully enabled. I'm just hoping I get more ammo for it, or else I'm going to have to use something besides just my rocket for it. Then that should spawn the witch. Just put my shield at it just to make it volatile. Throw my grenade down. Pop my barricade. Instant overshield. Oh look. They can't do anything to me. And look, my barricade's available again. And all I need to do is pop that and I'm able to go again. And then it's on him and cover. And look, an elemental well. And I can actually show you pretty much how my damage resist works. Look at that. Continuous healing. I pop my barricade. And yeah. It's damn near impossible for me to die with this. And then super. And grenade. Hey, look. Hi, boing. And boing. Oh, look. Adds. Adds equal explosions. And due to you being a Titan, you use your Word of Light super, and you can just cheat the system. You can pop your Word of Light, basically become immune to all sources of damage, have a massive overshield while inside, get your grenade back extremely fast, and on top of it all, you gain Weapons of Light, which enhances the damage of all of your weapons. So that damage you saw my rocket launcher do on the opening shot, yeah, if I had popped my super and walked out of it, that would have done 40% more. So rather than half of his health, I would have done about 2/3 to 3/4 of its health off of a single rocket. So yeah, this is my Titan build. It can tank just about everything in the game like it's a joke. It has already knocked out a few missions on the Legendary campaign. And yeah, it is an insane build. If you want to brute force your way through everything with no concern for mechanics at all, this is definitely a character to do that. But yeah, Khepri's Horn, Sunshot, and the barricade on Sentinel make you a damn near invincible being. And with that, that is Willis's World out on my Titan guide. I hope you enjoyed. And I feel kinda cheap saying it, because I don't really want to be saying it, but I have realized I am getting almost 900 views across my videos, but I only have 10 subs. If there's something wrong with my content, please comment what is wrong so that I can fix it. I am sorry if I am doing something wrong. I'm still new to this. But with that, Alyssa's World, out.